The three key leaders, Mujib, Bhutto, and Yahya, were all extremely flawed human beings. I had the privilege of getting rather close to both Bhutto and Mujib. And in fact, I still to this day have a certain affection for both of them. I was a very lucky journalist at that time. They gave me access. They were very human beings. We just heard talk about a double game. They were all playing double games. It was an incredible time. I remember Bhutto in a drunken haze in Peshawar, in the home of his Lieutenant Sherpal, telling me, one, that he was not going to go to East Pakistan. This was in February 1971. But also telling me that he was thinking of a solution that involved two prime ministers. When I got to Dhaka in early March, before the famous speech on 7th March, Mujib called me in. It was rather incredible in my experience, because when you go to number 16 on Dhanmondi,
Number
32 on 16th, what is it?
32.
Yeah, 32, okay. Excuse me, I think I have a seizure of not Alzheimer's, but someheimer's. He called me in, and I was alone with him. The only time that house was full of people, as you may know. Nobody ever saw anybody alone. What did Bhutto say? Yes. And I told him. And he said, if that's what he wants, I agree. And I thought I had a great scoop. In fact, I went right from his house to the telegraph office right next to the Purbani Hotel and sent a dispatch reporting that there was a basis for agreement between Mujib and Bhutto. And by the time I got back to my room at the Purbani, my phone rang, and someone on the other end said, Sheikh wants you to retract that story. Obviously, someone had called him right from the telegraph office. And I said, let me talk to Sheikh. And he got on the phone and he said, you misquoted me. And I said, you know I didn't misquote you. And then he said, that story will get me in trouble in West Pakistan. I said, okay. I said to myself, this man may be the next prime minister of Pakistan. I didn't want to alienate him. I went right back to the telegraph office to see. I told him that if that story had not gone, I would take it back. But when I got to the telegraph office, maybe a half an hour or an hour before, since I sent that story, they were on strike, and you couldn't get in. And that story went. And the next day it was broadcast on All India Radio. And that gave an opportunity for Sheikh to save my life, which he did. He denied the story on All India Radio. He didn't deny the Associated Press story. He denied the All India Radio story. Had he denied the Associated Press story, I think I would have been in trouble in Dhaka. And this is a war story, and it has not too much to do with the book.